Hey, darling. So, I had a full moon flow this Sunday, so I wasn't in the studio that I'm usually in. So I didn't have a chance to record videos for you this week or on Sunday. So I'm doing them now. And then this weekend I'll be in Bozeman, so maybe I'll do them at least one. Maybe Jason will do it with me. He's coming up to meet me from Helena, which will be good. I need a break, girl. I need a break. I need to be in a space where I can viscerally feel that I have like my own space again. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Eric last night, and he said to me, he's like, at the end of the day, Erin, you are kind of alone right now. And it's like, I don't feel lonely. I recognize that I'm alone. And I think it's like this really interesting, like metamorphosis. You know what I'm trying to say. I can't speak today. But change, which is good. And it's putting a lot of things into perspective, and it's giving me the opportunity to be really grateful, and and I'm just like really excited about the unknown and what's next. And I'm putting in all the time and doing all of the work, and we'll see where this takes me. So, girl, look how long my hair is getting. It is like Jane long. I mean, not quite. But that's the other thing. It's like I just really can't afford like a haircut. So, and like the day that I can have a facial and get my eyebrows waxed again, this has been all very humbling. So have to give you some updates on where things are at with the family and everything. But yeah, putting a lot of feelers out there for things. We'll see. We will see about next moves. I don't know. I love Montana, right? And you know me. I don't know if this is it. It'll be interesting when I find like my space of like, this is it. But I think like right now I'm just like really comfortable in my skin, understanding and being able to come back to my heart and recognizing, that I know me, and I know, what I've been doing and what I've been building, regardless of the critics or the skeptics or the haters, so to say. I know what my intention has been this whole time. And I think it's always been in benefit to everyone. And I think the universe has really taught me, I think recently, that I need to take care of myself first. And come back to loving myself, and setting really hard boundaries around what and who I allow into my space. 100%. That being said, let's manifest some big energy. We're in the space of like letting go past the full moon, and putting some things into some deep perspective. So, grounding down through our seat, letting the crown of the head lift up to the sky, coming into our practice. So we're starting off our practice from a deep space of gratitude. Give gratitude to this earth, the universe, the weaving of wisdom, knowledge, and love. Always reminding us that we live in abundance rather than a space of scarcity. Give gratitude to the indigenous peoples of these lands, the Salish, the Blackfeet, the Crow, the Cheyenne here in Billings. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga and for Black and Brown people as the original creators, sustainers of this practice. From a space of ahimsa, loving action. Give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, our own ancestors and our own lineage. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, you can take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. And big inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly blink open your eyes. Come back into your room and into your space. Kind of glancing around the room. Maybe you do some circles through your chest to your sit bones and seat. This woman I follow on Instagram, her name is like escaping me right now. I need to find her. I'll send her stuff your way. She does a lot of like big taps. And so she was doing like this root chakra one the other day, which lifting yourself off your seat, letting yourself kind of ground down through this. So we'll go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly to tap it out. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then change up your hands. Opposite hand to heart, opposite hand to belly. We do it again for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release. Shake out the hands. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands move down to heart line. Interlock the fingers. Release the index fingers and press them out. Or excuse me, press the palms out and away from you, and then take the palms up to the sky. Big inhale here. And then exhale. Let's do Kapalabhati breath. So small snaps, lower belly pulls up and in, right in between the belly button and the pelvis. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Hands come down to the sides. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands move down to the heart line, and then interlock your fingers the opposite way this time, the uncomfortable grip, and then flip the palms out and away from you. Press and then raise the arms high to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale. And then we pulse. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Right hand to left knee, left hand swings back behind. Turn and look back behind you. Slowly move yourself through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Turn and look. Slowly bring yourself back to your center. Crawl your fingertips out in front of you. Pull up and in on your low belly. Protect your low back and sacrum. Take the breath into the back side of the body as you ground down through the soles of the feet, and head hangs right in between the shoulders. Slowly walk your hands back towards you. Keep the low belly engaged. Rock back on the sit bones. Change up the cross of the feet. Same thing again. Inhale up. Exhale, crawl yourself out and over the tops of the thighs. Breathe into the low back and the sacrum. Press down through the palms. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself back up. Let's go ahead and come all the way down and onto our backs. Let's do a little bit of ab work today. A little bit of glutes. Oh my gosh, okay. The soles of the feet down to the mat. Oh, I also had Instagram take down, someone must have reported me for like my ass shaking video. Where let's just also be aware that you can't see anything aside from like my skin and muscle and like fat on my body like shaking. So I like fired back at them. I was like, yeah, I'll do this again. Come on now. Anyway, ground down through the back of the head, ground down through the feet. You know I got no time for that. When people just don't understand that bodies are art, I can't, you know. Go ahead and press down through the forearms and the elbows, roll the chest underneath you, and then pop the hips up high. Big inhale here. Let the knees flare out to the side, but try to keep the low back and sacrum lifted. And then pull it back to the center line. Squeeze through the midline. We go for 10, 9. The squeeze comes from the inside of the thighs for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Big inhale here. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Pulse it up, straight up to the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Rock your shoulder blades underneath you again a little bit. Take that left leg high to the sky. Big inhale. We lower and lift for 8, 7. Squeeze through that right glute for 6, 5, for 4. Lift through the hips for 3, for 2, and 1. Big inhale. Exhale, cross the ankle over the top of that right thigh. Press up, open up through that hip, and then slowly pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top, big inhale. Exhale, drop down to the low back. Pull the knees in towards the chest and interlock your fingers on the front part of, or the back part of your hamstring. Flex through that foot. Get into the outside of that hip. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. Again, nice deep inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and slowly release. Let's do the same thing on the opposite side. Right leg lifts. Soles of the feet come down to the earth. Lift through the hips. Shimmy the shoulders underneath you. Tuck your chin to your chest. Right leg comes high to the sky. Big inhale here. We lower and lift for 8, 7, 6, for 5. Lift through the hips for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lift high. Cross the ankle over the top of the thigh. Press the hips to the sky. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale. Exhale, drop it all the way down to the low back. Pull the knees up into the chest. Interlock the fingers back behind the thigh and pull the legs in towards you. Relax and release the outside of that hip. Exhale. Again, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Take the soles of the feet up to the sky. Grab for the outsides of the feet. Happy baby. Let yourself just kind of rock back and forth side to side here. Flex and pull down through the knees. Open up through the outsides of the hips. Check in with that big nerve, right? that you can always kind of feel in the groin, the outsides of the hip area. Check in with the stack of the femur bones in the hip socket. And then extend the legs up to the sky. Big inhale here. Pulse up to the toes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pop up. We go for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bend in the knees, hands come back behind the head. Right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right for 8. Move it out for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale. And then exhale, roll yourself up and over your hands and knees. Bring yourself into your tabletop. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale back into table. Bring yourself down to puppy pose. Forehead comes down to the earth. Shift back and forth side to side, massaging through your third eye. Waving back and forth through the hips. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then slowly drag your shoulders over your elbows. Come back and down through your hips. Raise up through the crown of the head. Press down through the tops of the feet. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale. Elbows flare out to the sides. Hands come next to the bust line. Press to the knees. And then take your sit bones all the way back into your child's. I'm just checking time. Draw your fingertips out in front of you. Reach through the fingers. Lengthen through the spine. 2 more big breaths here. Big inhale. And then exhale. Sink yourself forward. Chest drops. Lift yourself all the way into a forward facing dog. Press down through the tops of the feet and take the hips up off the mat. Breathe into the belly. Stretch out what you did with the abs. And then turn and look out past your right shoulder. Then slowly move through your center line. Turn and look up past your left. Roll over the tops of the toes and send your hips back in high down dog. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, tiptoe your feet up to meet your hands. Let yourself drape over the tops of the thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale. Let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs, and then inhale. Arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale. Bring yourself down into your chair pose. Big inhale here. Turn your toes out. Spread your feet a little bit wider. Squat low. Lift high. For 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring yourself all the way down into a low balasana squat. Big inhale here. Exhale. Maybe rock up to the knees. You can always bring yourself into a crow pose. All right, you can play around with it. If you want to come into side crow, I don't feel like doing that today. You always have that option though. Nice deep inhale. Take your left fingertips beyond your left foot. Right hand comes high to the sky. Release through the low back. Pull in on the low belly. Bring yourself through your center line. Same thing on that opposite. Fingertips extend. Bring yourself back to center. Heel your toes in. Bring yourself high up onto the balls of the feet. So play around with your balance here. Your sit bones are resting down to your heels, roll your shoulder blades back. Your forearms can rest right on the tops of the thighs, and crown lifts. Slowly let yourself come all the way back down. Legs come out wide in front of you. Wide-legged forward fold. Release through the back side of the body. Let the tailbone spread. Fingertips come out in front of you. And then crawl yourself down and over the tops of the thighs. Release on the inside of the thighs as you flex the toes back towards the face. Give your body permission to melt and to let go. Keep relaxing and releasing. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, walk yourself over to the top of your right thigh. Keep your left hip planted. Maybe grab for the base or the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Turn your torso in towards the leg. Head can rest down on a block, your shin, your knee. Staying with your breath here, big inhale. Exhale, walk yourself through your center line. Keep your chest low. Same thing on that opposite side. Maybe that right hand comes to the outside of that left foot. Turn your torso in. Relax and release through your glute, your hamstring. And then slowly release. Bring yourself back to your center. Walk your fingertips out. Come over the tops of the hips one more time. Roll into it. Release through your sit bones, through the hamstrings, through the glutes. And slowly walk your hands back. Take your hands underneath your knees. Pop them up. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch in a butterfly. Let yourself roll down and over the tops or the insides of the thighs as you drive your knees down towards the mat. Forehead looks down towards the inside arches of the feet. And slowly release. Bring yourself back. Let your knees shift to your center line. Let your legs come out in front of you. And then shift yourself all the way down and onto your back. Coming in to double wind removing posture. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe the soles of the feet come up to the sky just to reverse a little bit of blood flow again. Maybe you V out through the legs. Letting gravity kind of be your friend here. Can you soften here a little bit more? And then slowly, while in a V, still finding that extension, can you press, keeping your glute engaged and bring the soles of the feet or the heels all the way down to the mat. Relax and release through the tailbone and the sacrum. And then release through the legs and the feet. Arms come out to the sides. Let yourself just be here in a super wide-legged Shavasana. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. We'll go with that card today. Wings of light. Becoming something new. The priestess in this card moves to the right, the future with great speed and purpose. Wings of light and vibrating waves of rainbow energy propel her forward. Get ready because this card heralds magnificent and colorful changes coming your way. A powerful time of personal transition, perhaps even total transfiguration, is upon you. Your spirit is working from within to bring radical shifts in your attitude and energy. Old feelings of being stuck will drop away with every step forward that you take. This shift can be so significant that it could redefine you and reveal the essential nature of your soul. Even your appearance may change. On a practical level, something you're working on might just be about to take off. Or this may mark an accelerated external move, a sudden change of personal residence, or even an unexpected work relocation. When this card appears in your spread, make sure you take note on which others are laid out on either side. They could indicate some type of details about the types of changes on the horizon. Let's go past innovation, right? And loss, lack, fear, and victimization, right? So things that we are letting go of in terms of certain owl energies, right? Things that we are creating. Be open to these and new adventures. So affirmation, I open up to the light and inner power of my true eternal self. I'm willing to change, to make new choices, and to move in new directions. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, big inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, you can slowly take the V closer to one another with your feet. Roll over into a fetal position. And then slowly press yourself up and into a simple seat. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. The divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you, dear Jane, and all of you who are tuning in, the collective we and all of us. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me and for trusting me with your bodies, hearts, spirits, and souls, and for bearing witness to my own personal life transition and never holding, right, our teachers in a space of judgment, but seeing it from a model that Paulo Freire always talks about, right, within the pedagogy of the oppressed, which is teacher is the student is the teacher. So thank you for letting me guide you. And I hope that I can just be a model for the behavior, and to be able to show and demonstrate what change looks like. And to that, I will say, go in peace. And remember to serve love always. Peace and love, y'all. See you soon.